Greetings, Earthlings, wisdom keepers, wisdom seekers. Welcome back to WizdomDropz, your source for daily drops of wisdom and savvy cat astrology. My name is TONIA, and today we are talking all about Uranus in astrology, and specifically we're connecting it to extraterrestrials. And if you're not subscribed yet, what are you doing with your life, people? I put out a video every single day, so be sure to do that before you leave upon this channel, okay? Now, with that said, ETs and Uranus, what is the scoop? Well, we're about to go into it. So Uranus in astrology is like a newer planet, right? It wasn't discovered till like much later than the rest of the astrology planets. So like it's a modern thing. But what does it symbolize? It symbolizes lightning and electricity and spontaneity and just like higher consciousness and innovation that we all personally have access to throughout our lives. But it can rule, yeah, like strokes and really sudden kind of like things that are just super unexpected and not groovy. At the same time, connecting it all full circle back to the ET thing, Uranus rules literally ETs, extraterrestrial life forms, okay? And also advancement and technology. And that's part of why it's actually associated with ETs. It makes total sense, right? Because it also rules what's foreign and what's outlandish and what's perceived as entirely just like different, radical, bonkers, off the gourd kind of stuff. Because Uranus is the great awakener. And so it's very much so an ahead of the game kind of energy. Like it's like an energy that's ahead of its time. So if you have Uranus really strong in your chart, or you see a client or whatever who has that, or just a person you know with Uranus really strong in their chart, they're likely to feel that, like I'm an innovator and I'm kind of here ahead of my time and like y'all are just catching up. You know, that's kind of how it feels when you have a strong Uranus energy. And also you can be like outcast because of that. But think about this in terms of like ETs now, let's draw a connection. Are ETs not outcasts because they're viewed as being so outlandish, so ahead of their time, so techie, and just something that the collective consciousness may not be ready to totally accept? Although there have been so many instances of sightings of people like literally having these crazy ass experiences where they're just like, dude, I totally was abducted or whatever. Like, you know, I think obviously some of those stories are not true because we have to look at anything with a critical eye, and like, yeah, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna have in any population of people, there's gonna be at least one person who's gonna be like bluffing for the sake of a story. Like, let's be real and reasonable about this topic. But at the same time, to say that they don't exist is just like, you're not acknowledging Uranus. Like, you're not acknowledging like the god of electricity, the god of advancement, the god of technology, of innovation, of ahead of its timeness. There is a classical reference in Saturn, and there is a new wave energy reference in Uranus. So we see this kind of old and new through these planets, just these two alone. We can see this, you know, symbolism of the classical with Saturn, the ancient Saturn, which has its own merit and its own wisdom and its own ability to get shit done. Repetition over a long period of time, no matter what form of life you in, as far as I know, at least in my humble human experience, that's the truth. You know, like that's just a universal truth. You have to put in work and then you get out results over the long period of time. But with Uranus, it's like we're here to advance. We're here to go forward like this in a lightning bolt moment. We're here to do a quantum leap. And if you don't think quantum leaps are possible, look at the plant queendom. Because this plant right here, it knows how to do a quantum leap, y'all. This is some Uranian as much as it is Saturnian because it's a woody bark plant. But I'm talking about its growth process is very much so Uranian because it's quantum leaps overnight. The progress that these plants can make. If you've ever seen the time lapse of like plants growing. So like this has just been a little bit of a fun video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, because I put out daily drops, you know, every single day of wisdom and astrology, and like I'm here for you. So if you want to be here for it, be here for it. And with that said, my friend, until next time and through next time, may the stars be with you. Peace.